No one understands the riddle because the DM got it from a book, and even she doesn't get it because she wrote the campaign eons ago. They are led into a new room, though, having stumbled upon the answer. They see women in cages. Having forgotten that they have access to Bilton's keys, they set about trying to open the cages. Kristoff finds the laundry chute. They question the women in the cages and decide to help them in order of the perceived craziness related to their names. Finally open the lock. Ashley runs out the door once released. Kristoff then shoots open the last lock to release Karen. People upstairs hear it and look down at them. Everyone passes their sanity checks. Meanwhile, Ash questions Bilton after he wakes up and puts a knife behind his kneecap. Everyone meets up and the women confirm that Bilton kidnapped them. Rosie goes down the chute. Viv and Ash decide to stop working with Sal, having learned that Sal's involved. One of the hostages had a book on numerology from the library. They push Bilton down the trap and find that Bilton lands in the room that Viv and Rosie were in, a room full of bones, mostly human. Ash and Kristoff then go back to the study and see that Rosie and Viv are looking up at them through a trap door. The house is very confusing. They all seem to think that the sacrifice is happening in this room, but they cannot figure out how, so they ask the hostages. The girls know next to nothing except that someone else named Tammy told them that this hotel was the place to stay if you wanted to be rich and famous, but they all remember someone different. Meanwhile, Viv looks at the numerology book and sees that the last person to check out the book was the main librarian, and the book is on various things that you can do with numerology, like days that you can bring fish to harbor, or days where you can call octopods to the harbor. And they have 11 days until June before the octopods can be called to harbor. They torture Bilton by putting him into the incinerator slowly, one part at a time, until he gets them to know that the librarian, and so he lets them know that the librarian is in on it, but he seems to know nothing else.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We also have a Patreon. You can listen to the full podcast in most podcast places, or head on over to tabletopofdoom.com.